and welcome to What's the Script, the podcast where we try and guess the plots of films we've never seen. My name's Stuart McPherson.
My name's Stephen Buchanan.
Very sing-songy, Steve. How you doing?
It's a sing-songy film that we're doing this week.
It is. There's one or two songs in there.
Big
fair
Whitney Houston's in it.
Some chanter on her.
Great chanter. Very beautiful woman. Great chanter. R.I.P.
Rip, I want to run to you.
Fair to say. Fair to say she did die.
That's fair to say.
That is fair.
I don't think anyone will pick you up on that.
Nah.
They'd be wrong.
Was she the drugs one in the bath?
Yeah, we don't get into this on the
Sorry.
podcast. Quite uncouth, really. But yes, she died in the bath. High as a kite. What a way to go.
What is wrong with us, man?
Well, I always think I'll come out with it with a shred of dignity because I always think you start it. And then I take it too far, but, you know, you started. It's like if someone punches you, you can punch them back.
I don't think anyone's got dignity on this podcast. I don't think anyone's walking away looking good.
Everyone's got blood on them in this fucking podcast. Swear to God. What have you been up to?
Well, we were talking about we'd been to the cinema recently.
Couple of cinema goers. These guys.
I don't know if you know this, but this is a film podcast.
Yep.
And
fair to say.
We like to go to the cinema now and again.
The silver screen, I enjoy it.
Separately,
we never go together.
one time.
Yeah, only one time. And we covered that for the podcast. That was a business expense.
And a listener asked us to do that again.
Yeah, and
for
I read
a
the email when
film
I was in the cinema on my own already.
For a film that you literally were in the cinema to go and see.
Literally, it was on the way into Screen 8 at Cineworld.
Called
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Which is...
Good.
I've not seen it. Seems like a mental
I'd
concept.
love to, you have to guess it.
Right now?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, it's about...
Spoilers, obviously.
Okay.
But not from Steve. Potential spoilers.
So this is a mini What's the Script episode.
In fact, I want no spoilers. I'll just say how wrong you are.
Okay, so it's about time travel?
No.
Well, I don't know then. I don't know what it's about.
Not exactly.
Everything, everywhere, all of the time. So, interdimensional space and time continuum.
Kind of.
So that's time travel, isn't it?
In a word, multiverse.
Multiverse.
That's what you're chapping at, and that's not a spoiler. Everyone knows that.
So does that mean, in my eyes, that would be you've got, say, 10 versions of the one character doing different shit, and you need to work out which version of the world that we're in right now?
Not really.
Okay.
But it's not a million miles away.
Okay.
So that was a nice little exercise, wasn't it? You've been to the cinema too.
An exercise is a good word.
We should start referring to all the features as just little exercises that we
do.
Nice
little
exercise, isn't it? Keeping us sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been to the cinema too.
Yes.
To see a movie that you couldn't remember the name of, and it took you 5 minutes to find it on Google.
Yeah. All
you knew about this film that you have seen recently.
Last week.
You knew was Channing Tatum was in it.
Channing Tatum, her from Miss Congeniality, Sandra Bullock. And Daniel Radcliffe as the main baddie.
Wow.
Oh.
Not good?
Oh, God.
What does it get on IMDb?
I mean, it wasn't... it was inoffensive, but it just wasn't that good. It was just 6 out of 10 movie.
I'd give Everything Everywhere 92%.
Wow.
Wow. Too long, but very good. Very fun. Daft Laugh City.
We had completely different experiences.
Steve, what movie?
That's enough from Movie Corner.
Yeah,
now,
genuine, hard-hitting movie analysis there. Not a normal style.
Now on to
nice little exercise.
Lovely little exercise. Now on to what we're
the main
here for.
exercise. Into part 1 of the main exercise.
You could say it's the main exercise. More of an exam than an exercise.
It does feel quite a lot like an exam. An exam that I keep failing every week. And what movie is it, Stephen, that we're trying to guess the plot
The
of?
Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard.
Yes.
Ever heard of it?
No, well, yeah, I had kind of heard of it.
Yeah, me too.
We should mention that this is a classic reference from an old episode of ours where I believed that... we could probably play a clip right now if I can be arsed to find it. But I believed that the song You Can Call Me Al was in this film.
Yeah, you can be my bodyguard.
You can be my bodyguard. All night. I thought Whitney Houston would have sang that song.
And I didn't correct you because I didn't know shit either.
You
That
not
was one
only
of the
did you
first,
not correct
most
me,
iconic. I was going along with
you
you. I
went
was like,
along
yeah,
with
yeah.
it.
Well, it's because I back you, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'm always there for you.
Thanks, mate.
When you're getting something loudly wrong, I'm there to double down on it. Let's go off and try and guess the plot of The Bodyguard.
Of The Bodyguard.
Enjoy the episode, everyone.
Thank you. It's a fun
Thank
one.
you.
See you
It
later.
is.
The Bodyguard, the big one. What do you know about this? This is not really the big one, but
The Bodyguard, the big one. Because he's a big guy.
he's a big boy to be a bodyguard.
You gotta be. Apart from when you were the bodyguard for the co-op, of course. But we don't need to get into that today.
Yeah, I was
Um,
more of a bouncer than a bodyguard.
We need to wait till we see the film to see if there are any parallels with your life at the co-op and this movie. Might give you an edge. All I really knew was Whitney Houston is in it.
Mm.
And on the poster, Kevin Costner. That makes sense. I might have guessed that if I was at a pub quiz, but I don't know if I actually knew that Kevin Costner was in it. And I think... I can't remember what the poster was. Is he holding her in the poster?
Get it up.
You
for
showed
you.
it me, yeah.
It's on screen right now
I
for
think-
the people.
No, I think I get
So-
this mixed up with... yeah, he is carrying her.
Yeah, he's
So-
holding her.
In an old episode of this,
She's wearing leather trousers.
famously Steve sang "You Can Call Me Al" by, is it Paul Simon?
Yes.
Yes. Thinking that was the theme tune to The Bodyguard, and I was just like, yeah. I was agreeing with you.
I thought it was called The Bodyguard, which
The
is
song, yeah.
and the from the film
You
The
can be my
Bodyguard.
bodyguard.
You can be my
Why?
bodyguard.
What episode was that?
I think I want to say Top Gun. I want to say Top Gun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Roughly.
Yeah, that era. And I think even then, I think we're talking about it, but now I think I get this film kind of mixed up in my head with An Officer and a Gentleman.
Mm.
Is that what that film's called?
Yeah, there is.
What's
a
the
film
one where
called
in The Simpsons Homer picks Marge up?
that?
He's been being a dipshit husband and he picks her up and he walks off.
Is that based
I
on
think that
this?
might be from An Officer and a Gentleman though.
Right.
But I think it's in my head because he's lifting her in that poster and maybe I've seen the poster or something.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where a little bit like Casablanca and Gone with the Wind, where it's actually probably less helpful for me because I'm muddying up things.
Yep.
But basically, I only know that Whitney Houston's in it.
Yeah. Before you looked at the
Yeah.
poster, that's all you knew.
What do you know?
Same. I didn't know Kevin Costner was in this, but I knew Whitney Houston, and I think she does obviously like the soundtrack for it. So I think
Apart from the one that Paul Simon does.
apart from that one, obviously, yeah, that's the main one. So it's
Whitney
weird. That,
Houston feet Paul Simon.
it's weird that she doesn't do the main song
Mm.
of The Bodyguard.
It's obviously not in her vocal register.
I think I believe the song from this would be "And I
I think so.
would always love you." That one.
Yeah.
So I think that's from this.
Yeah, I think that too.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
Mhm.
Apart from that, yeah, I thought this You Can Call Me Al was in this. Turns out it's not, apparently.
And I'm guessing she, obviously a singer primarily, is she just an actress in this?
Is she an actress in this? I thought she was a singer in this.
No, but she's acting in the film.
Oh, she's an actor in the film. She's
Yeah.
an actor.
Yeah.
And
But
she's
it's not
playing
like
a
she's
singer.
had like a big film career apart from this, is she?
Don't think so. Maybe The Colour Purple. She in that?
Fuck knows.
Maybe not. I'm just saying
It's
things.
anyone's guess. Folk watching this on YouTube with like 40 tabs open already, trying to get a fucking handle on what's real and what isn't. Should we come on to numbers?
Yeah. What did you think the year was?
I've got 1991.
I've got 1990.
Okay, Rotten Tomatoes.
75%.
I've got 86%.
Okay.
I often go in the 80s, I think. I don't know why.
I don't
Yeah.
think this would be a 90s film. Like 90s percent film.
Feels like a populist movie, doesn't it? Blockbuster, romantic, maybe not, maybe a bit cheesy.
This is going to be cheesy. This is going to be a cheese fest.
Runtime.
I have got 2 hours 15.
Whew.
I think it's a
That's
longie.
a lot of Bodyguard.
I think it's a
Um,
longie.
I've got 1 hour 55.
Okay, I hope so.
Certificate, I've got 15.
Of course, I've got 15.
I think there'll be shagging, but not explicit shagging.
There's going to be titties.
I don't think there will be titties.
Nah, because Whitney Houston wouldn't get her baps.
You don't know that about her. You don't know
Nah.
who would and wouldn't get their baps out.
She-
That's not for you to decide.
She is too much of a big star, I believe.
Janet Jackson was a big star.
Aye, but That was
She didn't choose to.
publicity stunt stuff.
Well, let's not get into that conspiracy theory.
Well,
I'm Team Britney, Team Anti Justin Timberlake, no matter what he's doing.
not a fan.
Actors.
Here we go, Stu. I've got a few for you. I've got Madonna cameo, Prince cameo.
I've got Prince.
I think she'll just be hanging about with singers and shit like that.
Prince is fast becoming the new Barbra Streisand.
I've got Sig Weaves, Bill Murray, Whoopi Goldberg, and Wayne Knight.
Who's that?
The wee fat guy from Jurassic Park, Space Jam. You'll know his face. He's got wee glasses. He was sitting in a toilet and a dinosaur ate him.
Okay, I've not seen Jurassic Park.
What?
Steve, come on, you know what show this is.
Jurassic
Don't
Park.
become a listener on me. I need you on my team.
Seinfeld is Wayne Knight, and he was in
Who?
Space Jam as well.
I
He
know
plays
the
Newman
Seinfeld guy.
in Seinfeld.
I don't watch
And he was
Seinfeld.
The wee guy in Space Jam.
He's in Space Jam, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
not seen that much Seinfeld. Either.
You've not seen Space Jam?
I've seen Space Jam, but like on ITV for a bit when I was a kid. Like I've not actually sat down and properly watched it. I know that's a formative one for you.
Christ.
I've got Uma Thurman, Gina Davis, who I don't know who that is, but I got her off a list.
God.
Prince, Antonio Banderas,
Banderas.
Woody Harrelson, and Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunt, are you bringing
From,
her back from
Oh
Oh
Brother.
Brother?
Yeah.
Nice one. Cool.
Character names.
Jinx. I'll go first. Whitney, Jason, Bob, Tyrone, Cindy, Caroline, Rhodey, and Fan 1.
Excellent. I actually didn't put Whitney, so I'm hoping I've not got her being called Whitney in the
I think
movie,
she's
but I
playing
could
a-
believe that.
Version of herself, maybe.
I've got Marsha, Martha, Arthur, Phil, Cody, Craig, interviewer, photographer, ticket tout.
Nice. Ticket tout. That would be a great
Yeah.
shout.
Sold out, and he's selling them for $200 out front.
Yeah.
Just like a little cutscene. We don't even, that's all we get.
He gets one line.
Yeah.
Anybody want tickets for the show?
Roll up, roll up.
Roll up. Yeah. Do you think this will be like a 1930s?
Yeah. He's selling tickets to the
Circus.
Yankees at taglines.
I've got 3 belters.
I've got 2 shit ones and one I don't mind.
Usually,
I'll go first then with one of my
usually
shit
you
ones.
hate them.
Bodyguard of Honor. Guard of Honor. That was one of my shit ones. Just carry on. Don't let it hang.
I've got, of course, well, no, sorry.
Doesn't sound that good.
I've
This is a belter, is it?
basically I've just written that.
You think when Jerry Cinnamon wrote belter, this is how he felt about it?
Basically, I just I forgot that I'd just written. If you'll be my bodyguard, I could be your long lost pal. So I'll cut that out. That was the. You can
What's
call me
happening
out.
here?
I put that down
Yeah,
as
I
a
get it. It's a line from
placeholder.
Call Me Out. Yeah. So one of your belters is a placeholder.
I forgot
where
to
you've
write
just
a new
plagiarised the
one.
lyric from Paul Simon.
Let me do one off the cuff.
Okay. Absolute
Sometimes
fall from grace here.
you've got to have a body to have a guard.
You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. That makes me feel slightly better about my second shite one. He does the hard work, the bodyguard work, which is also awful.
I like it.
I'm just hoping there's a second placeholder over there. This could be the
And-
death knell for this feature, by the way.
And I will always be your bodyguard.
Is that written down?
Yeah.
Wow.
Loads of eyes. Loads of eyes.
Surely I will always guard you, everybody.
Thank you. Much.
Oh, God, man. So many clangers in this episode already.
Like 10 minutes in.
I'm embarrassed.
My
You should
final
be in
one.
the hot seat.
Yeah, I could sack you and get American. If I said you had a beautiful bodyguard, would you hold him against me?
That is good. That is good. Is that the one you're proud of?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
with
good.
good reason. I'm proud of that.
That's
I
good.
stand behind that.
I've got one that could be an actual tagline. He swore to protect her from danger. He failed to save her from love.
Quite sweet. Kind of makes sense. The cadence of it sounded a lot like a tagline, but the words were fine.
Shite.
Yeah, they were alright.
We should have ended on your one. Not as a top.
I mean, that went downhill so rapidly from you saying you had 3 belters. It's a real hero to zero stuff, that.
I know. Never going too confident on this podcast. That's the number
Yeah,
one
it really
rule.
is. Dialogue.
I'll go first. So I've got...
Just set the scene for me, Steve.
Okay. Concert. People running about daft. There's just been a shooting. Guy takes bullet for girl. Guy being Kevin Costner.
The guy, the bodyguard.
Girl
Girl,
being
Whitney Houston. Yeah. It's
Uh,
all checking out so far. Nothing too crazy.
so she goes, "You jumped in front of a bullet for me." "It's my job." She goes, "Technically you're off the clock." And he goes, "It's still my job to love you, even if I am off the clock." And then he dies.
It's still my job to love you, did he say?
Hmm?
To love you.
"It's still my job to love you."
So they're like an item already at this point.
Well, it's right at the end. He he's
Right,
just
okay.
gets
That's the end, is it?
gets shot. He dies.
He's bleeding out.
He doesn't die at the start of the
Just
film.
like
still.
Saving Private Ryan, he's like mumbling this through.
Yeah, it's like blood.
Still my job
To love you. Dribbling down himself.
Okay, love it.
At that point, you're getting the ick for that, aren't you? If you're Whitney,
Cringe.
dribbling down yourself,
Yeah.
blood. Ugh.
Rank.
Glad
I'm
you're
glad he
dead.
died, yeah. Okay. Can I set the scene for you?
Of course, yeah. Please do.
Marsha,
Who is Whitney?
Whitney Houston. Big pop star, Marsha at this point. She's on the rise.
Mm.
Being interviewed for a music magazine.
By
The
Kevin
bodyguard's in the...
Costner.
No,
Mm.
he's not an interviewer. He's a bodyguard. In mine, he's a bodyguard. He's sitting in the corner quietly, as he always is. That's his job. Keeping an eye out.
Don't speak.
At this point, she's been unlucky in love a few times. And,
Of course she has.
okay.
Of course she
You'll
has.
see what I've gone for here. You'll see.
Well,
You'll get
she's
it.
a
You're a
big-
smart guy.
She's a big pop star, so
You're a smart guy. You'll get this.
she's fallen in love a lot.
It's pretty clever, but you'll get it. We got time for one more, Marsha. How would you describe your perfect man? She goes, "Oh, I'm a sucker for the strong, silent type. A traditional man. Quiet, humble, protective, but sensitive behind it all. Someone who listens. There must be a man like that out there for you. You could have any man in the world." You'd be surprised. Meanwhile, Kevin Costner's like,
He's giving her the eyeballs.
"Come on then, I'm right here.
Sitting right here, you
What
slag.
more do I need to do?"
Fuck's
Probably not
sake.
calling her a slag, but
Nah.
he's, he's that would probably contradict a few of the things that she's described him as.
That was that's Kevin.
You know,
Costner
the
that
strong,
called her.
silent type calls women slags.
Yeah, you know the usual. But that's usually what they're thinking in their heads because they're nuts. The strong, silent type are arseholes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm putting this out to all the ladies out there.
We're the loud wimp types.
The loud, wimpy types are who you want to settle down with. The loud
Also
shite
awful.
bags.
Also awful.
Very awful.
In summary,
men are
are trash. Shall we come on to plots? It'd be funny if that was a jinx. We said men are trash at the same time.
Just to clear it up, she was talking about the bodyguard. She wasn't talking about the interviewer.
Yeah, part of mine is like, their audience will arrive at the idea that she should be going out
this
with
man.
the bodyguard before she does.
Of
It's right
course.
before her eyes. It's staring in the face the whole time.
She's not saying this hinting towards him. She's clueless.
Yeah, it's like, punchlines should be surprising yet inevitable. That's how the ending of things should be.
Yeah, I
That's
get
what
it.
I think this will be. You're a pretty clever guy.
I'm
It's pretty
clever
smart,
guy.
but you get it.
I'm a smart guy. You can call me Al.
Plots,
I'll go first. I don't
Please.
mind going first.
please.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
I'm just gonna blow your little socks off. It's the 80s.
Talking such a big game today.
I don't know why.
You've got a lot of fucking bravado in the last half an hour.
Don't know why. Really don't know. I wrote this morning in like 3 minutes.
Welcome to my world.
It's oh god. Right.
I used to write them on the train here, but now I'm just enjoying reading my books. I try and rush it out on
Do
the
work
like
before.
before.
Enjoy your
Which is
train.
actually less time.
Enjoy your train journey. Okay. It's the 80s. It's LA. And one bodyguard is about to be bodied hard. Whatever that means. Whitney is a famous singer who is out on tour. But after a close scrape with a crazed fan, she decides to hire a full-time bodyguard to protect her. There's only one problem. They fall in love.
not his security team.
He's got a
There's always
massive
only one
security
problem.
team.
His massive security team. Of course, the bodyguard's got a massive security team. That's his job. His workmates.
His work pals are great. So they fell in love. Jason is the best bodyguard this side of California. He has protected people as high up as the president himself. So you know he's good. At first, Whitney and Jason have a bit of a love-hate relationship. Whitney's a bit of a diva. Jason is pure business, no messing about. But over months of being in close proximity with one another, they both start to let their own guards down.
Nice.
They begin an intoxifying relationship together and fall in love. However, this poses some problems of its own. Jason gets jealous of Whitney when she meets her fans, etc. And one night, when an overzealous fan grabs her for a picture by the waist or something, just quite aggressively, Jason beats the living shite out of the cunt. Really batters him out.
Is that how you've written it?
Yeah. Really batters him to an inch of his life.
Like if that was the sort of audio
Oh,
description. Battles the living shit out of the cunt.
Who wrote these captions?
The man sues Jason and he is struck off. Whitney and Jason momentarily split up. This is their wee period where they aren't
Halfway
together.
through.
Yeah, that bit. But inevitably they get back together at the end. The crazed fan from the start tries to assassinate Whitney, but Jason jumps in front of the bullet. He dies, and Will Always Love You, I Will Always Love You plays the end.
That's what the song's about.
Yes.
I will always love you, even though you're dead.
You're
Because you
dead.
jumped in front of a bullet.
And then the sequel is Ghost.
I never made that connection.
Ghost?
No, that he'd
Oh.
die.
Oh yeah. He will die, of course. He will.
Yeah, that seems completely obvious to
It's
me
a
now.
sad film, probably.
I fucked it. Not for the first time. Right. Okay, here's mine. I'm not that happy with it now. It's the 90s. It's America, because she's on tour.
Oh, all
Before
over
you
the
get
shop.
me. She's everywhere.
Mm.
And Marsha is a rising star. Marsha Banks is quickly on her way to becoming the top pop star in the world. She's young and the showbiz life is all she's known. She's getting papped and mobbed wherever she goes, and the media are starting to run salacious stories about her. Over the film, we see her get more famous, and at the start this is exciting and new for her, but soon becomes a drag. She's followed by hangers-on who demand tickets and want to be seen as her friends. She starts seeing a male pop star who's perfect for her on paper, but the relationship is cynical and leaves her feeling cold. Throughout it all, though she doesn't realise at first, there's only one steady constant in her life, her bodyguard Phil. Phil is stoic, the strong and silent type. He secretly harbours romantic feelings for Marsha, but would never say as he's a slave to the professionalism of his job. Plus, he's had an office romance in the past and it didn't end up good. Phil is always there to listen to Marsha and protect her. She doesn't consider him as a romantic option for a long time until the very end of the film, where it occurs to her that it's inevitable they should be together. She calls it fate. He tells her that he doesn't think it's wise. She says that she'd give it all up for him. She'd retire from music, whatever it takes. She just wants to be with Phil. He sweeps her off her feet, and they walk into the sunset / rain together, whatever the weather's like. I think it's raining on the poster.
Is this sweeping off her feet just a nod to the poster, basically? It's literally,
Yeah, he
Picking her
literally
up.
sweeps her off
literally
her
picks
feet.
it up.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's enough in that. I think he will die.
You can't
No.
just add that now, Stu.
No, I'm not adding it. I'm
Oh,
just
right.
annoyed.
Okay.
I didn't think of it. Also, I've forgotten the third bonus. I might have to put titties in again, even though I said I didn't think there'd be titties.
It could be a passionate fuck scene, which I think I
Mm.
might have actually got, so don't put that in.
Okay, what are your bonuses?
Passionate fuck scene.
Okay. Well, I have that he jumps in front. He thinks that she's getting shot, so he jumps in front of her as if it is a bullet, but it's not actually a bullet. It's a false alarm.
Okay.
But he proves that he would take a bullet for her.
And that is nice to her.
Of course, that's nice to her. If you jumped in front of me to save me, I'd think that's nice for me. That's nice for me, that is, as you're bleeding out.
Well,
I always enjoyed podcasting with you.
That's nice.
No, that gives me the ick. That's
Well,
cringe, Steve.
That's
Sorry.
actually just
Pretty
die
cringe.
right now.
I'm glad you're dead.
I've actually got that as a bonus. Guy is shot and spluttering blood out his mouth.
Right. Okay. One of my bonuses, as I've said already, is I think the audience will realise before her that the bodyguard is the perfect man for her. Okay.
Of course. I've got final one.
course.
Putting alcohol on an open wound.
Do you think this takes place in a fucking war zone?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Bombs going off.
I couldn't think of any bonuses for this.
Well,
It's quite a tough one.
more on that right now because I need to think of a third bonus on the dome here. I'll say she gets something stolen from her by a fan.
Okay.
Theme tune.
Well, there's only one choice.
There's only one. Fucking play it, man.
A man walks down the street, he says, my name is Kevin Costner. I says, my name is Roger. He says, I don't really care. A golden opportunity to meet a big celebrity. But when I took a photo, he said, I'm not really Kevin Costner. You can be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Roger, and Roger, when you call me, you can call me Al. So what you're saying is your name's Alan and you pretend to be Kevin Costner. That's weird even for me.
Wow. That was the theme tune to The Bodyguard. After all, that's a gotcha moment for the fans. You were right all along.
Gotcha.
It was the long game.
So long. So long.
That was
about
great.
a
What did
year
you
and a
think,
half
Mark?
ago.
Best thing I've ever heard.
Best
Thanks,
thing he's ever heard, Steve.
appreciate
And he
it.
doesn't say that lightly.
He doesn't say that all the time.
Do you think they'll say the title, Stephen?
Yeah.
The Bodyguard? Not My Bodyguard. Not I Am a Bodyguard.
I am the bodyguard.
I am the bodyguard.
I am the bodyguard to that person over there.
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
I'll say no.
I'll say yeah.
All right.
I'm willing to go out on a limb. A whim. A limb?
Limb.
I'm willing to go out on a limb.
Right. Ready to go watch this thing?
Let's go and do it.
Should be a good laugh. I hope you enjoy it, Steve.
I hope you do.
And we'll see everyone else in part 2. And we're back. We have just watched The Bodyguard. If you've not seen it, here is a short synopsis. Rachel, a singer and actor, receives death threats from an obsessive stalker. However, things turn chaotic when she hires Frank, an ex-Secret Service agent, to be her, you guessed it, bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
And falls for him.
Yes.
What did you think, Steve?
It was, I don't know, it was fine. It's fine. Wasn't as bad as what I thought it would have been.
No, because the Rotten Tomatoes is fairly stinky for this film.
Oh, rotten.
Horrible. It's rotten.
Rotten tomatoes.
It's rotten, all right.
It is rotten tomatoes.
Yeah, but it's not like
Yeah.
it wasn't like unspeakably poor.
No, it wasn't the worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
I think it was certainly. I can't be arsed. Obviously, I've not looked into this one bit, but it's definitely better than a lot of films that have got twice the rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Les Mis being one of them.
I could go on.
I could go on. Les Mis, other ones.
Yeah, I can't remember what Top Gun got, but it was in the Top
That was
Gun
quite
mold
poor.
of generic fucking old movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it did have a bad rating, to be fair, so that's a terrible example. Yeah, I did this movie dirty the way I watched it. Of course I did.
How
I
many
wanted to say
parts?
last week I watched Face Off and I won it, just so you know. So
Oh, that's how good Face Off was.
it kept
Right.
my attention.
That's what we want you guys to know. If it's good, I think that should be a new feature. How many parts will we watch this in?
Yeah, I mean it is
To
also dependent
establish-
on my week and what I'm up to, but
How good or bad it is.
yeah, aye, maybe that could be a rating. Like we recommend you watch this in 18 parts.
Yeah,
because
that's
you
funny.
can't stomach it if you watch more than 10 minutes at a time. But yeah, I've really, honestly, I know we've got half an hour here to pull out of our fat asses, but I've got very little to say about this
Our big
fairly
bahookies.
pish movie.
Would you be interested in some trivia?
I'd love some trivia.
You
It's
probably
another
know
new
this.
feature you want.
This is because I didn't even dig deep into it. This
Not
is
about
literally
the song, is it?
didn't even click a new tab in the wee Wikipedia bit. This is
Okay,
just
you come to me
straight
trivia.
away.
Easy.
Straight away comes up. Originally supposed to be for Steve McQueen and Diana Ross.
Oh yeah, I did read that. Fascinating, isn't
There's
it?
your, there's
Food
your
for thought.
trivia.
And there'll be another one of those same time next week.
That's a new feature as well.
Ex
One
Machina
piece
was
of
originally for for fucking Whitney Houston.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what is it to say?
Got 7 Golden Raspberry nominations,
That's a lot.
which is the shite Oscars,
Shite
in it.
Oscars,
It's
yeah.
the Oscars for shite films, which is a lot. It's like Kevin Costner got worst actor.
I didn't think he was particularly bad.
I don't think it was that bad. Whitney Houston, worst actress. I thought she was quite good in
Fine.
it. Look, for a singer, I was
The beauty
expecting
of barely
her.
watching it is you don't notice a lot of the bad performances. If you're barely watching it,
Yeah, but even when you were focusing on it, I don't think it was bad.
nothing was pulling me out of the film.
Nah, no,
Nothing
exactly.
was pulling me in. It was perfectly just like a. It was just a thing that was happening.
It was
to me.
happening. It was on in the
It
background.
was very much happening in this film.
Do you know
Not to analyze it too much.
there was? However, in saying that, I didn't really know what happened when I watched it. After I watched it, and I don't know if that's because I was on my phone and stuff. Probably.
I watched it. Well, I finished watching it this morning, which is I didn't need. I was up late and then up early to come here. I watched it for about an hour at like 3 in the morning last night, and then I watched the last 15 minutes again this morning because I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I thought I dreamt the thing where the cunt shoots her with the camera. That was ridiculous.
That was stupid.
Guy with that big camera.
Big stupid old camera
Oscars, like literally a guy filming the Oscars level camera
with
with a stupid wee bullet.
beam coming out.
How did
pointing.
Costner even know that was going to be a gun? Do you think he's been trained in the art of recognizing guns
gun through a
masquerading as
camera.
other objects?
Yeah, through a camera. Well, so
That's
I
a
didn't
terrifying life because you must just think there's guns everywhere. I feel like that chair could be a gun.
like
Your heat could be a
we're
gun.
filming a podcast. These three
Three guns
cameras
there.
could be 3 guns pointing
Easily.
at us. In many
We
ways,
didn't set the studio up.
in many ways, the audience are like
They're like guns.
loaded guns pointed at us as we scramble
They really are, aren't they?
scramble around in the dirt for their
I feel the
approval.
barrel of their gun pointed at me all the
Gazing
time.
at us.
Be entertaining.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
And yet I don't.
I would have held a gun to the side like a cool guy in a film.
Me and you in Bad Boys 3 or whatever. I thought that was really daft.
there
There were
was
parts of it that didn't make a lot of sense to me.
well, that confused me. I had to read the Wikipedia the next day, this morning, in order to know what happened.
Mhm.
So, do you know who the guy was who was the killer?
Who shot? He was the guy. He was another Secret Service sort of bodyguard who
was trying
used to work with Kevin Costner
Yeah,
during when they were in the government.
and he was trying to fuck her at that party. He was trying to rape her, basically.
Is that right? I was zoning out during that bit.
Well, they were getting hot and heavy consensually, and then
But
there was
Whitney
a point
Houston
where
was
she
only
was
doing
like,
that to
"Nah."
get to Kevin Costner because
Yeah.
he rebuffed her
Yeah,
because he was too professional.
yeah. After it got his hole, obviously. The
It's
dirty
easy to be
dog.
professional after you've got your hole,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I'm going to be professional after I've spunked my load, actually.
There will be a very clear moment here where my attitude changes on a dime. Let's see if you can spot it. I'm shortly in about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to be unbelievably professional.
Once my pinger's floppy, I am professional as all hell.
Yeah, so he used to work with Costner. She got off with him to get to Costner.
Yep.
I never really got what his deal was though. This guy.
Costner,
No, the other guy.
killer. He was a hitman hired by her
Aye.
sister.
So he turned heel. He became a hitman instead of a bodyguard.
Yes.
And he was pretending to be looking after that guy doing those shit jokes at the Oscars. The host.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a real guy, was he? The host.
He wasn't
was
a real
just-
celebrity.
No. They should have got like Billy Crystal or something.
Yeah, exactly. I was wondering if that's when we would see real celebrities.
That seemed like a missed opportunity, especially when you've got Whitney Houston in it.
But she's not called Whitney Houston. She was called
Rachel.
Rachel.
Shit name for a pop star.
Very poor name. You don't get a lot of famous Rachels. Rachel Green, which is a character.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's that? Is that from Friends?
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say Jennifer Aniston, and then I realised that's
that's
a real person,
Yeah.
not called Rachel. Rachel McAdams? Is that someone?
That's literally the only celebrity with
There you go.
Rachel.
Rachel
So-
Graham of Debating Dating fame, of course.
Of course.
Friend
Shout
of the
out.
show.
Yeah.
Shall we maybe come on to points?
Let's go on to points. But yeah, basically, just to sum up for
Rachel Riley.
for those guys, good one, good shout.
Not in Hollywood, though.
That guy tried to shag Whitney Houston, and then that was a weird moment. And look, hindsight, you're like, okay, yeah, he's the killer. Obviously, he is. Obviously,
Kind of
he's
comes
the
out of
killer.
nowhere though, because Whitney Houston's, was it her sister or just her?
Her sister,
Her sister set her up because she was jelly.
Jelly.
Jelly, ice cream and jelly. So she's like, right, I want some mad old prick to assassinate my sister.
Yeah.
When I'm jealous of my sister, I get hit out on her too. That's just what it's like to be siblings.
It is. You go, oh, I'm so jealous of their career opportunity. Get them killed
Get them deed.
immediately.
Also, I should say, me and Steve this week, we can't really talk about it, but on Sunday this week, we, because we've got the same face and vibe, we get put forward for a lot of the same opportunities. We both had to do a self-tape for an actually quite exciting thing, filmed in
we had to
North
sign-
America.
I had to sign an NDA, so we can't.
Yeah, we actually did.
technically-
It was that. It sounds like a joke, but we really did.
We can't talk
We got
about
sent
it.
scripts that self-destructed in 72 hours. I got a call at dinner from Los Angeles. I've never felt so big time.
Yeah.
But I know that you got it as well.
Yep.
And if you get the part and I don't, you fucking sleep with one eye open. That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna be jelly. Gonna be jelly of that
I'll
opportunity.
be so jelly, Steve. I'm jelly anyway.
Many we're like siblings.
That's going to sound so good on audio. Many wears we're like siblings.
Many we're siblings.
We are. That's another thing. Not to talk too much about industry stuff, but when we do end up in pitching situations of that, we're always like, worst case scenario, let's just be brothers or something.
Yeah.
That's something, isn't
Even though the accent is completely different.
Brothers
People
who
don't know that.
They moved around. English people don't know.
English people. Hollywood doesn't know that.
Hollywood doesn't know fucking shit about dick when it comes to Scottish regional accents.
You better fucking believe
What
it.
accent were you doing for the self-tape?
Just a sort of very spoken like this.
I was trying to enunciate so clearly.
Every single word.
I was trying to do the Netflix sort of A Castle for Christmas Scottish guy.
Yeah, which is just an American cunt playing a
I was basically
Scottish
trying
cunt.
to imagine an American guy trying to be me.
Yeah, exactly. Look over there on the sidewalk. That sort of vibe.
Right, shall we get some points, Dunas?
Yes, I was quite close this week. Let's run through the
Another
numbers.
one of your little suspicious ones, do we think?
Well, it's an easy plus plot to get.
You okay?
It's an easy plot to
You've
guess.
got fucking no chance with this self-tape, by the way. I'm feeling pretty confident.
It's an easy plot to guess.
I obviously forgot to jot down any of the numbers, did you?
The year 1992.
I had 91.
I had 90.
Then you suck.
Great.
It's one up to me.
Rotten Tomatoes, a harsh but fair 35%.
A stinky 35. Add 86.
I had 75.
Okay. You win
Levels.
that, even though you're miles away. Double out.
Actual runtime.
155 I had.
I had one. No, I didn't. I had 2 hours 15. And the actual one,
2.8.
2:09.
2.9.
2
It was
hours
too
9.
long. This
Too
movie,
long. Bloody hell.
if ever a movie needed to be 90 minutes, Christ alive. Basically nothing happened.
I would say 7 to 8 minutes for this. I think that's the length of a feature. It has
So
to be
I
minimum.
was 5. I was 14 minutes out. And you were 6 minutes out. So you win.
Yes.
Everyone at home had done that maths a lot quicker than me.
Yeah. 1 point to me. 15 certificate.
Always a 15. I had 15.
Same.
Now, I didn't get really shit of anything interesting, and I'll be squabbling over 4 or 5 points here.
Well,
What are you up, by the way?
1 point.
Okay, I can live with that.
How about this, Stu? Let's have a frank discussion here.
Please.
Passionate fucksing.
We can chat. We're pals.
We're almost
we're
all
pals.
siblings.
Passionate Passionate fuck scene.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a drink.
I'm going to put this to you.
Did we see them
We've
fuck?
previously discussed, Stu, that
I
they've
don't care what my
shagged,
previous argument was.
that we that they
I live in the
shagged.
moment.
We previously discussed that he blew his load and became professional.
Steve's been using some pretty tawdry language.
Come on, guys. This is an 18+ show.
Is it? Just on YouTube. People's
my
kids
eye.
could be watching this.
No, because it
Kids are
asks
obsessed
you,
with the Bodyguard.
when you upload, it asks you, is this for kids or not? And I say not.
Yeah, we need the numbers.
Well, yeah.
I welcome any and all
Because
kids
there's
to
a
watch
kids'
this.
YouTube separate app.
Oh, right.
Imagine scrolling through that and seeing this.
Peppa Pig, Ben 10,
The Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard. So what's your argument? I can't really remember the fuck scene, to be honest with you. I just remember watching them, like, oh yeah, they're shagging. But do we only see? I think we only see the aftermath, don't we?
Well, that's why I wanted to discuss
And that
it
is
with
why
you.
if I may be frank, as you have requested of me,
Which he
You're
was
no-
called
you're no
in
getting
this.
it.
He was called Frank.
that's
in this.
actually what I thought you were going to say. I thought you had the name.
Let me be Frank.
Let me be frank, you're not getting a point.
Frank is the name that I've got.
Frank
Okay.
was a wank.
Frank was a wank.
The characters were not strong in this.
No, not at all. Whitney Houston, though, I would say for the shite character that she played it all right.
Yeah. I wouldn't be giving her a raspberry.
No,
Harsh.
is that a raspberry?
Yeah.
Blown
It's
a
a
raspberry.
form of raspberry, yeah.
Mm.
Maybe that's what happens at the awards. I've not seen it. Maybe they just they just get that done to them live
On there because you
because you did such a bad job in
on
this
your
film.
belly, don't you? You do a wee
Mm,
raspberry.
Yeah. Whatever you want.
You have to get your belly out on stage. Back to your seat, Whitney.
I've got it's the 90s.
I've got it's the 80s. Was it the 90s? Was it?
Surely.
Okay. I've got
Levels.
It's LA,
Was it?
Hollywood, baby.
I'm going to give you it because I had America. I thought she was going to be on tour.
And she wasn't really.
And I don't know if it was all in LA, but obviously the Oscars probably were. So I'll give you
Hollywood.
that.
It was in Hollywood.
Back to one. I've got she's getting papped and mobbed wherever she goes.
Yep. I've got Whitney as a famous singer who is out on tour, but after a close scrape with a crazed fan, she decides to hire a full-time bodyguard.
Well, I don't like it at all, but I think with the close scrape with a fan, I think I have to give you that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
The rest of it's all just pish, generic pish that I had.
Famous
but the-
singer who's out on tour.
Yeah. Tour's wrong, by the way. For starters. I just said that myself. I've got Phil is stoic, the strong and silent type.
He wasn't called Phil. He was called Frank.
Steve, please.
was
Not
he
today. I
stoic?
don't need this today.
Define stoic.
No. He's the strong and silent type. He was stoic. That's the whole job of the bodyguard. You don't let your emotions
Get the better of you.
get the better of you.
Okay. Stu, I'm feeling generous.
That's nice of you, man.
Give you a half point.
No, you won't.
I'll give you a
We'll
full
round up.
point. I'll give you a full point.
What is the score?
I don't
Feels
know,
level.
do I?
Feels level.
Right. I've got Jason is the best bodyguard this side of California.
Steve, he was called Frank.
He has protected people as high up as the president before.
Once again, so much inaccurate pish in there. However, the president is bang on.
Ronald
you get a
Reagan.
point.
Carter.
I don't know why you're wasting everyone's time by reading out the other shit
Because I
12
want
words
2
in these
points.
sentences. No, you get 1 point.
I want to.
Why?
He's the best bodyguard this
Nah,
side.
that's shite. The president thing's good though.
Where's LA?
Who's pish? Reagan got
Is
shot.
LA in California? Believe it is.
I've already given you a point for that.
Unbelievable.
You get.
Guys, this is
I
what
hate
I'm
you so much.
working with.
I hate my brother. Gonna kill him. You're 1-0 up, I would say. 1 up. I've got he's a slave to the professionalism of his job. Spunked his drawers and he said no.
You're dragging us through the gutter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I must say, this is the first time we've recorded in this studio without a producer Mark in the room.
And you can tell.
And you can tell because
Couple of
it's
silly,
filthy.
silly wee boys. But you started it. And you always do.
I was accused of being too horny
Yeah.
by one of my mates.
Yeah, I was there and I agreed with him.
Just because I say pinger a lot.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly in the cons column of things that you could, That's very much going with the argument that you're too horny on the pod.
Just because I say pinger.
I can't
talk about
imagine there's
titties.
many other. Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm horny.
It's not a reason.
Oh God. I hate
What is going on with
this.
these points, man? This is the worst episode ever.
I
And I'll
love
say
it.
that every week.
I think
I'm
it's
having
great.
such a good time.
I think these guys are loving this. Stu,
I'll say you're 1 up.
I've got a couple of points left. How much have you got left?
2.
Could this be the first ever Rotten Tomatoes penalty shootout?
Live in person.
Live?
Potentially. I'm not actually very confident, but I think you're going to squeak this
Okay.
extra time.
Okay.
We'll see. I've got he sweeps her off her feet and they walk into the sunset together.
He does sweep her off her feet at one moment, yeah.
Thank you.
I've got,
Level.
at first, Whitney and Jason have a bit of a love-hate relationship. And then
Do
I go on to say, Whitney
Are you
is
representing yourself in court here?
Whitney is a bit of a diva, and Jason is pure business. That's exactly correct.
The problem I have with that
You
is
don't
is
have
that it's
any.
exactly correct.
Yeah, how have you got
So I
problems?
can't shoot it down.
Yeah. 2 points, 1 point.
Yeah, you get a point.
Okay.
My final one. The audience realised before her that the bodyguard is the perfect man for her, before she does.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm not petty.
So this is your last point. This could win it.
Here we go. I have got crazed fan from the start tries to assassinate Whitney, but Jason jumps in front of the bullet.
Wasn't the crazed fan from the start.
Well, does he jump in front of a bullet?
Yeah.
He does.
Because I said that he's gonna think someone's gonna shoot and he's gonna jump, and that'll be like a testament of his love for her and the job. I didn't think it would actually be a bullet. I didn't think it was gonna be a bullet from a fucking daft camera. Certainly. Steve, you win.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done to you.
Well played.
I turned away at the exact wrong moment. That would be nice.
If you're listening, I tried to shake Stu's hand and he spat at me.
I pied the guy. I don't respect him.
Let's go to critics' reviews.
Critic reviews.
Hello, son. How you doing? What's going on?
How's it going, Paddy? Nice to see you.
I'm swell. How are you, son?
Great,
What's
you're
new?
looking well.
I've got my face back.
Got your
this
face
week.
back
Yeah,
from
I don't
last
know if
week?
you remember last week.
I remember it, yeah.
I had Roger's face last week, but I'm back in beautiful.
Yeah, you're looking great. Really good.
I feel like it's really freshened me up, actually, having my own face back on. I must say.
I must say, when you're looking at me directly and I look at the monitor, then I can kind of see something underneath your face. It's quite strange.
Can you?
Yeah, a wee bit.
I don't know what that is. Maybe they've botched the job or something. I've not actually looked in the mirror since I did it.
I think they have botched the job, but I think you're
I
looking
paid
great.
good money for that.
Have you managed to get back into your mansion?
Well, it's been a hell of a week, actually. I've got a squatter.
Yeah.
So I'm back in, but so's he. That's
Right.
the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, Roger, he's still in my house. He's in one of the spare rooms in the wing,
Right.
in the east wing. To be honest with you, I was absolutely furious when I came back home and saw that he were living in my gaff. But after speaking to him for about 35 seconds, A, pitied the boy, and B, I just wanted him to shut up. So I thought, you
Just
can
let
have
him
one of the
stay.
wings. That's fine.
Well, that's nice of you. That is nice
These
of you.
bobsleighs down the corridor. Makes a racket.
And why are you holding a set of jump leads, Paddy?
Well, I thought you'd never mention it. I mean, it'd be funny if I just held these the whole time and no one
Without
said anything.
mentioning.
Well, I've been getting into BDSM, Stevie,
Right, okay. Wow.
this week.
Fuck.
Just
They
a
would
new
hurt.
hobby.
Imagine clamping those fuckers onto your nipples. They were really...
Well, that's the whole point, son.
No, but
It's not meant to be easy.
I think that would chop them off. Don't put your finger in that. Don't do that. That would chop off your nipple, I
Listen,
think.
you don't know where I've been putting these, son. This is fucking child's play for Paddy.
Right, so you're into BDSM, are you?
Yes, which stands for bad, sexy, mad sex.
BSMS?
BSMS, I do, yeah.
You're in, so that's the new form of
BSMS. It's a new,
BDSM.
it's like, there's all those different, what they call martial arts. There's all slightly different.
Jiu-jitsu,
Yeah,
karate.
it's like that. Mine's like the sort of jiu-jitsu of kinky sex.
Right, and what does it involve then?
Oh, you don't want to know. Son.
I really do.
Well, let's just say if Kevin Costner had been up to this in film, he wouldn't be so worried about his job. He'd find a new way.
wouldn't
And
be
to be
so
honest, I'm a very
professional.
private fella normally, and I don't like to talk out of school or out of me dirty laundry, but I've been listening to the podcast. It's got extremely horny lately, so I
So
thought,
filthy.
this is what these lads want. Bit of blue.
So you thought you're such a private person. However, you thought because we've been so horny, you
Well-
thought you would bring your sex toys along with
Well,
you.
there's no in between with Paddy. I'm a man of extremes. I'm either just keeping stum or I'm talking about me extreme sex games that often go wrong.
Clamping jump leads onto your testicles.
Well, you've said that, not me. You don't know where I'm putting these.
Earlobes? What we're talking?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
Have you got any review for us or anything, Paddy?
Not a review. I've got another pitch if you're interested. Good news is, if you were listening last week, I pitched a new reality dating show based on the movie Face Off.
Right.
ITV have snapped that up. They've gone with Ben Shepherd, but that's fine. I'm getting a creation credit. So I've got another another gap now. I've come up with a new idea. And
Great.
again, I'd like you to workshop it with me if that's okay.
Of course.
It's similar to last week, I can't lie to you. It's another dating. I'm very interested in dating in reality. That's my background in Take Me Out, you know.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Okay, it's called The Bodyguard, the show, based on film.
Right, okay.
The Bodyguard is a brand new experimental dating game show where couples who've been together a while are filmed with hidden cameras. The setup is this. It's always hidden with
A
me.
lot of hidden cameras.
Yeah, that's part of my sex game.
Is there guns in these hidden cameras, Paddy?
Well, that would be telling. Wait till the end.
Okay.
The setup is this. In a pre-interview, we ask couples questions, one of them being, would you take a bullet for your partner?
Great question.
It's a question you hear all the time, isn't it?
Very often, yeah.
Everyone who answered no can chill out. We're not interested in them. But the people who said that they would, production staff will get in touch and
Put to the test.
put it to the test, yeah. Basically, yeah.
So they'll put on firing squad or whatever.
Well, not exactly. We with the hidden cameras, we stage a shooting
Okay.
in a public place.
Okay.
Obviously, people are freaking out. This is in like Leicester Square or something. People think there's a terrorist incident, but it's actually just the new ITV2 game show starring Paddy McGuinness. So yeah, it's a hidden camera. We stage a shooting. It's a bit like something maybe Derren Brown would do, something like that. I'm gonna approach his people actually. Maybe get Mulhern if we can't get.
If you
Derren.
can't get Brown, get Mulhern.
Yeah, and then I don't know who's under that. Maybe some local acts or something.
Yeah. I mean, Mulhern's, you're scraping the barrel with Mulhern, really, aren't you?
Not on ITV2, you know. He's on fucking everywhere. The couple will believe that one of them's really about to get gunned down in public, so we'll see a genuine reaction. That's going to be amazing TV. Imagine that.
Someone's genuinely getting shot then?
Yes.
Okay.
And by the way, Paddy, I'll pay for the aftercare and everything for the PTSD that. Although it's not going to be a real shooting, it's going to be rubber bullets or something like
Right,
that.
okay.
I will pay for the aftercare because that would be quite traumatic. It has to be said. In short, dive in front of the bullet and you're a hero. I Will Always Love You plays over the tannoy. Confetti rains down. Only if we can get the rights to that song, obviously. I don't know if we can.
Difficult.
You'll win 20 grand and a trip to Barbados and presumably the undying love of your partner. But if you were a big shite bag and you were all talk and you let your missus take a bullet herself, you win fuck all. You get put in stocks and shot with rubber bullets by a firing squad while Bulletproof by LaRue plays. You can get the rights to that. I'm thinking 20-minute eps, but we could shave it down to 5 for like an online thing if that makes it easier for the commissioners.
Yeah, on
Try it with
TikTok or whatever.
ITV2. Maybe ITV4 after the snooker if we can. Again, Ben Shepherd's interested. We'll see. This time I've got to deal with Lloyd Grossman's pasta sauces. I'm thinking when the rubber bullets, because they're rubber, but they're very painful. I don't know if you've been struck by a rubber bullet. Could draw blood, so we can maybe make that look like the pasta sauce. I think that could be the tie-in.
Right, so you the advert would be getting shot, and then a lovely bit of tomato and basil.
Paddy gets shot
rolls
in the advert and he's delicious.
Delicious.
You can taste the oregano.
Bolognese. Just like
Mamma
Mama
mia.
used to make.
Like Nonna. What do you think, son?
None of your business.
You investing in that idea?
Can I be honest with you, Paddy?
You can be frank.
I loved it.
Thank you very much.
Fucking loved it. I think that's a great idea.
No notes.
No, it's
Flawless. What a sight.
flawless. Like, that's the best TV show idea I've ever heard.
Well, I got to get off. I've got a pitch a meeting at ITV2 at noon, so I better get off.
Get off, Paddy. Thanks for that. I appreciate
Adios,
it.
amigo.
Watch out for Paddy McGuinness's The Bodyguard on ITV2. Thank you.
Take care. What a guy.
Wow. Wowie.
People think he's just like a sort of shiny floor entertainer.
He's an
but
ideasman.
He's an ideasman. That's what he is.
It's not just on the surface. He's got a brain as well.
And he knows how to use it
He does.
to monetize it.
For good or for evil?
That's
I'm
not for us to say.
No, not for me to say. Not
That's
quite
for the
sure.
bigwigs at ITV2 to decide.
Yeah,
Shall we get your critic in?
of course. Are you there, Rog?
Critic reviews.
Hey, Roger. How you doing?
Hello! Alright!
What's new, man?
Oh, I'm good, Stu. How are you?
I'm good, but you look like you're walking on cloud 9 this week. You're cock of the walk, man.
Oh, Stu, I'm very happy. Let me tell you, the listeners who can't see, I'm holding up a big trophy.
It's a big trophy.
Massive.
It looks like you could bludgeon someone with that.
And I
Heavy
have.
base. Right, okay, well we'll maybe get into that later.
Not to death,
Okay, just for a laugh.
just for a bit of a giggle.
Giggles take different forms, don't they, for different people?
Well, some of my lad pals love getting bludgeoned in the head.
Stag
after
do's,
a
there's a lot
night
of
out.
bludgeoning going on in
When
stags.
you're on a
isn't there?
stag do with me, you're
Never
going to
done
get
bludgeoning.
bludgeoned. That's one thing you need to know about me, Stu.
Good t-shirt for the stag there.
That's what... Oh, fuck. Sorry if you're listening.
Testing.
1, 2, testing. Speech. This is what I do at the stag
It is
do.
a speech you do a lot on this
Speech.
show.
I hit my trophy because I bring this everywhere.
Do you drink out of it?
And then I go, is that the stag? And then I'll whack him over the head.
What a laugh.
He loves it.
What did you get the trophy for?
I'm glad you asked.
Imagine I didn't.
It reads, goals, brackets Clydebank, under 16s Premiership winners 2008.
All right, well, that's interesting because that's 14 years ago, Roger. I thought that was like a trophy you just won.
No, this is the only trophy I've ever won.
Okay.
And it was 14 years ago when I won it. And I still carry it everywhere. I really...
Does it sleep in the bed with you?
It sleeps in the bed with me, thick with dust.
Yeah, it's not been polished for a while, I think.
Well, you can't polish this type of silver, Stu, because it'll go green.
It's good stuff, that, isn't it?
It's good stuff. I mean, jeez, you don't think you're bludgeoning people and it's no good?
No, that's handmade quality shit, that.
Exactly, you're getting bludgeoned to death with this.
So you were part of a football team? What was it, 5-a-sides?
I was the manager
Right.
of a football.
What kind of manager were you? Tracksuit manager? Or
Full
full suit?
Full suit, side of the 5-a-sides pitch.
Nice.
Head to toe and
Smoking
suit.
fags.
I had a suit in my head. I had a wee fedora,
What?
a fedora.
Oh, a fedora's kind of like a suit for your head, isn't it?
A fedora.
I should have known that. That makes a lot of
In
sense.
my eyes, a fedora is a suit for your head.
What is a fedora if not a suit for your head?
Well, exactly.
Fancy shoes, they're like a suit for your feet.
Exactly. and it's the same fabric as the suit. As well.
Nice. I hope it was indoors, this football.
No, outdoors.
No. Oh, God.
Outdoors. Pissing me rain. It was a winter league. And,
So,
and I must say, this was under 16s. All the boys, 23 when they won it.
how old were you as the manager?
Luckily, I was actually 15.
That's the sort of loophole.
That was
yeah.
the loophole. I
yeah.
registered. I had to
Right.
give my passport to leisure and my young Scot card when applying for it.
Do you still use your young Scot card?
Oh, every day.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Loads of discounts
Oh,
on the
you
bus.
get discounts.
Still
on-
get a half on the bus, Rod.
You get half on the bus. You get 50% off Bob sleds.
You've really put that to work, haven't you?
Aye.
It's paying for itself, I think.
To sell that. And there's a shop round the corner for me. Trophy. It's a trophy shop.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you buy that trophy yourself?
Well,
Got it made up?
Stu, when we won the league, we only got a certificate, and I thought that's
That's
not going to
pish,
do.
innit?
I'm going to make myself a trophy just to commemorate it. So,
And did you get one for the rest of the team?
no, fuck. Christ, I'm not made that money.
Were you one of those, was it a bit like sort of Jose Mourinho in his first stint at Porto, where it was kind of the manager, you know, the players were decent, but without you, you
Aye.
know, you got them to excel.
They call me the special hun.
Because why hun? Because you're a
Because
honey.
I'm a honey.
honey.
I'm a honey. I'm sweet
Okay,
like
good.
honey.
Yeah,
Sweet
interesting.
like honey.
Could have gone a few ways, that.
What does that mean? I don't follow.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's playing tonight. Best of luck to everyone who supports every football team on this podcast.
Well, of course, you already know I'm a good East Stirling fan.
Of course. It's a shame you never applied for the main job there. Maybe that could be a calling for you.
I might go for it next week, Stu. Who knows what I'll be up to next
What
week.
you're capable of. Have you got a review for us?
Oh, of course I do. You want to hear it?
Big time.
Here's my review of the film The Bodyguard. And I will always love this film. The Bodyguard.
How did I not know it was going to start like that?
The Bodyguard is the romantic thriller about a bodyguard who has been hired to protect a Hollywood diva. The vast majority of my reviews are positive, and this is no exception. Houston, we have a Whitney. Whitney Houston is sublime as the pop star Rachel Marin. You'd have to be a Rachel moron not to enjoy her performance. Kevin Costner plays the titular bodyguard in this film, which cost near enough $25 million to make.
He was no chicken in his role as ex-Secret Service agent Frank Farmer. I was happy as a pig in shit watching him work. It has to be said that this was nominated for 7 Golden Raspberries. Well, luckily raspberries are my favourite fruit, so it sounds bloody great to me. I have nothing left to say about this film. So kick back, let your guard down, and make sure your body is facing the TV screen. Roger rates this certified battery farmed eggs 32 eggs out of 34.
Well done. That was a great review, Roger.
Thank you.
You're a very positive review. I know we've said it time and again, but
Well, I like to give positivity out in the world.
there's too much negativity, isn't there?
A lot of my mates, they go, Roger, you're bludgeoning us every night of the week. Why don't you give back to people? And I go, okay, I'll do it in my reviews. I'll be positive in my reviews. I'm being
You're a
negative to
Jekyll
you
and Hyde
guys.
character, aren't you? Happy
Aye.
to bludgeon in the day, but your reviews are glowing.
But I'm not going to slag off Whitney Houston.
No way.
No way, no how.
Houston, we have a Whitney. And then I liked that you then went, Whitney Houston, just in case no one got that.
In case that went under
You
the
don't like to
radar.
leave anyone behind.
No man left behind on this podcast.
All reading abilities are catered for.
Correct.
Well, it was a great review.
Thank you.
Are you up to much this week?
Stu. That's why I'm wearing the scarf.
You the new Doctor Who?
Yes.
Wow.
I am the new Doctor Who.
Wow. I'm so jealous. I might have to order a hit out on you.
You may have thought that new boy is the new
Good
Doctor Who.
Dunfermline boy.
Good Dunfermline boy.
5 for life.
However, I done a little face-off procedure with him. I'm actually that guy in my body,
Right.
and I'm him in his
Ah,
body.
okay.
So,
Wow. Interesting.
see you later.
What an odd way to end, Roger, but there he goes.
All the best.
See you, man. I feel like I'm saying this more and more, but it's a very strange instalment of Roger yet again.
God, I don't
Just
know
when
where
I think I've got a grip on that guy.
I don't know where I'm at with that guy, because I'll obviously have to stand outside the studio.
Yeah, honestly, you're not missing much, brother.
Nah, doesn't seem
I'm
like
sure you
it.
can hear it. Or at least his parts. You can probably work out what I'm saying from the context.
I don't even need to hold a wee glass up to
No.
the room. It just booms right out.
But anyway, that was our reviewers.
Yes.
Would
Would you like to review the film, Stu?
I'll rate it.
Yes. That's what I mean.
Oh, where to begin with this film?
Not got a lot to say about it.
58%
I think
Rotten
that's fair.
Tomatoes.
I think that's fair. I'm going to copy you.
5.8.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Let's get the hell out of
Easy
here.
as that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the outro.
Hope you stuck around for all that, guys. Thanks very much. Wow, man. That was a great episode.
That was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yes, that was excellent. Really enjoyed all parts of it.
Really hard to separate out the bits I liked the most because it was very consistently great.
Couldn't give you a highlight because
No,
all of it
You'd
was
have
the
to
highlight.
kill me.
Yeah, I would say all of it was the highlight.
It'd be like on Match of the Day, but they'd have to show all 90 minutes of all the games because it was all of such high standard. It's
Yeah.
pure highlight.
It's like if Match of the Day was
Just
3
go,
days
go,
long.
go, go, go for 90 minutes. It's
Constantly.
relentless.
Yeah.
Steve.
Stu?
It's been a long day, hasn't it? Steve,
Too long.
if people enjoyed, all this carry on,
And of course they would have.
which they would, if they've made it this far, you've enjoyed it. So
You're not watching it this far and going, I can't stand this.
I've been hating this for 55 minutes. I can't wait for this to end, but I'm not. I see things through to the bitter end,
Yes.
and I will not quit.
Because I don't quit. I'm not like these guys who watch fucking YouTube during watching a film. I watch I watch YouTube clips the whole way to the end.
I watch YouTube clips like they are films.
Yeah.
Put the lights off, big screen,
I watch
surround sound.
I watch a film in the middle of a YouTube video.
Yeah, I wonder what Martin Scorsese would say to that.
Yeah. I wonder what his views on that are.
Mm.
Scorsese.
I don't think Scorsese would like it if you watch The Bodyguard on your phone with us on the big screen. I think that would honestly tip Scorsese over into going feral.
Scorsese, if you're watching, leave a comment.
Friend of the show, Marty.
Leave a
Comment below, brother.
Leave a
Get in
comment.
touch.
Let us know how you would feel about that.
Maybe hear from him one day soon.
I hope so.
It's been a while. Steve, if people wanted to support us, how could they do that?
Go on patreon.com/what's the script. Subscribe for as little as £3 a month. You can get these episodes about 4 or 5 days early access, and you get one bonus episode a month.
Per month. That is correct. I could not say it better myself. If you have been enjoying them, please tell your friends, anyone that you think also might enjoy it. Share the clips around on social media.
Yes.
Anything you can do to help us out. We're doing all this shit off our own backs. It's a slog, innit, Steve? We need some help.
It's a slog.
Come on!
Yes. But it's
Follow
been
us on
fun.
Twitter, Instagram, Stephen B. Comedy, Stuart McP, what's the script _.
We must stress
Yada,
it's been
yada,
fun.
yada, yada, yada. It's a lot of fun. I'm having the bloody time of my life here,
It's
Steve.
a slog, but it's fun.
It's a fun slog. Sometimes slogs are fun.
Not often.
Maybe. Doesn't
Yeah.
feel true.
Sure. This is the exception that proves the rule.
Yes. You're learning, Steve. You're growing as a person. Yes, that's about it. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, help
Give
us
us-
out whatever way you can. Take the 10 seconds, it'll make our day.
Yes, please tell your friends. Give us some suggestions for films for future episodes. Leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. And
New little voiceover agent again.
yeah, guys, still doing my
Every
voices
week
for
he's
my
got a new
little
voiceover agent.
Y'all gonna comment and subscribe. I'm going for a role for a deep south
Nice.
farmer.
I think you've got it in the bag, man.
Y'all gonna comment and subscribe.
What movie are we going to guess next week, Stephen?
Next week is a beautiful film called Hocus Pocus. It's a spooky
Yeah.
one. It's a spooktacular.
It's the spooky special.
It's
It's
the
Halloween
Halloween-
in 6 months,
Well, we thought,
It's-
why not?
so it's the perfect time.
I seen an advert for one of those streaming services. It's a horror one, Shutter, I think it's called, and it's like,
They've got you hook, line, and sinker, don't they?
yeah, and they were like, subscribe now. It's only 6 months till Halloween.
That's
That-
insane.
and
What an
mental.
absolutely... It's basically the furthest point from Halloween. Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Anyway, call us, Shutter, if you want us to do a Halloween special.
So sponsored by
Comment
Shutter.
below.
This is sponsored by
I hope
the
no one
Lost
ever,
City.
ever comments, but every week we say comment below.
Comment below. It's gonna look so sad.
I don't care.
One person's
I'm happy
commented.
to look sad. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you've got to.
We're a couple of sad guys.
Bleed for you. Yeah, we are quite sad. This is for us. not for
Right.
you.
Let's get the hell out of Doge, man. Thank you very much for listening. It's been a
Cheers.
blast. Have
It's
a
been
great
a lot
week.
of fun.
You know it has. We're taking the piss, but it has.
Thanks, guys.
I value you, Steve.
You too, man.
Have a great week, everyone.
All the
Take
best.
care. Bye bye.